In the world of Renegade Immortal, few moments carry as much tension and layered meaning as the one where Zhuquezi attempts to stop Wang Lin from breaking through to the infant transformation stage. At first glance, it might seem like a simple act of suppression, one powerful cultivator trying to prevent the rise of another. But when we dig deeper, it becomes clear that Zhuquezi's motivations are far more complex, and his decision was influenced by a web of political, personal, and strategic concerns. Let's unpack all the reasons behind Zhuquezi's interference and understand what was truly at stake in that moment. First, we must examine the powerful artifact at the center of this conflict, the 1 billion soul banners. This is no ordinary treasure. These soul banners are weapons of unimaginable power, each one containing a multitude of powerful spirits and refined souls, carefully collected and sealed by the soul refining sect over countless years. According to an agreement between the Suzaku Kingdom and the soul refining sect, these soul banners were to be lent to the kingdom in times of dire need. However, when the time came, the leader of the soul refining sect, Donghua, chose to deny the agreement, refusing to hand over such a critical and dangerous asset. This defiance put Zhuquezi in a difficult position. The Suzaku star faced growing threats and internal instability. Zhuquezi, as the leader and protector of this star, knew that securing the soul banners could significantly boost his defensive capabilities and maintain order across the realm. Wang Lin, unfortunately, became caught in the crossfire as he attempted to break through into the infant transformation stage, a moment that requires total concentration and vulnerability. Zhuquezi saw a rare opportunity. The defenses of the soul refining sect were temporarily weakened, Wang Lin himself was unguarded, and the power of the soul banners was within reach. Zhuquezi seized the moment. His plan wasn't just to stop Wang Lin out of spite or jealousy, but to disrupt the sect's ability to protect their treasures and, in doing so, forcibly acquire the banners for himself. The soul banners represented more than power. They were a potential game changer in the balance of cultivation forces on Suzaku Star. But that's just the beginning. Another major reason Zhuquezi stepped in was out of fear. Wang Lin was no ordinary cultivator. His growth had been nothing short of phenomenal. From an unremarkable beginning, he had climbed through the ranks at an extraordinary pace, overcoming challenge after challenge, defeating enemies far above his level, and acquiring techniques and knowledge that most cultivators could only dream of. Among his greatest strengths was the unique state of life and death, a mystical condition that gave him an overwhelming advantage against other cultivators at the same level. It allowed Wang Lin to exist in a realm between vitality and oblivion, enhancing his resilience and battle potential in ways that defied conventional logic. Zhuquezi, who had ruled for centuries and seen countless prodigies rise and fall, recognized immediately that Wang Lin was different. If this young cultivator were allowed to break through to the infant transformation stage, there would be no stopping his future growth. He might even surpass Zhuquezi one day, and with that kind of power, he could challenge the entire structure of power on the Suzaku Star. Zhuquezi wasn't willing to let that happen. He understood that power wasn't just a matter of cultivation level, it was also about momentum. Wang Lin was building momentum. Every step forward made him harder to suppress. By halting his breakthrough now while he was still vulnerable, Zhuquezi could crush that momentum before it turned into an unstoppable force. And then there's the issue of external influence. The Immortal Relics, a mysterious and dangerous faction on the Suzaku Star, had long been at odds with the Suzaku Kingdom. Their presence constantly threatened the political and spiritual balance of the realm. Zhuquezi was always wary of their interference. He knew that the Immortal Relics often recruited or manipulated talented cultivators, using them as pawns to destabilize the established order. If someone as powerful and unpredictable as Wang Lin were to fall under their influence, or worse, willingly join them, it could spell disaster for the entire kingdom. Zhuquezi feared that Wang Lin's immense potential made him an ideal target for recruitment by the Immortal Relics. By preventing his breakthrough, Zhuquezi aimed to remove that possibility altogether. It wasn't just about control, it was about eliminating a future threat to the fragile balance he was trying to preserve. But perhaps the most personal and chilling reason for Zhuquezi's actions lies in his long-term plan. Zhuquezi wasn't just a powerful cultivator, he was a meticulous schemer. He had spent years laying the groundwork for a grand design to raise his own disciples, Qianfeng and Liu Mei, into vessels of ultimate cultivation. He arranged for Xianfeng to absorb the ruthless state of mind from Hongdie, and Liu Mei to absorb the state of life and death from Wang Lin. His intention was to elevate Qianfeng to the pinnacle of cultivation. Then at the right moment, Zhuquezi would devour Qianfeng himself, using his disciple as a stepping stone to ascend beyond the limits of his current power and break into the rare state of yin deficiency and yang excess. This transformation wouldn't just elevate Zhuquezi, it would raise the entire Suzaku star to a 7th level cultivation country, granting him and his realm immense prestige and influence in the cultivation world. But Wang Lin's unexpected rise threatened to derail this plan completely. If Wang Lin successfully broke through on his own, not only would he be too strong to manipulate, but Liu Mei might never acquire the state of life and death Zhuquezi needed her to absorb. In short, Wang Lin's breakthrough posed a direct threat to the very foundation of Zhuquezi's strategy. Stopping him wasn't just an option, it became a necessity if Zhuquezi wanted to see his vision realized. And finally, we must consider one more factor: authority. Zhuquezi had ruled Suzaku Star for a long time. His cultivation was at the level of great perfection, and over the years, this position of dominance had shaped his personality. He had become proud, arrogant, and intolerant of defiance. When Duntian of the Soul Refining Sect dared to oppose him, and Wang Lin tried to break through in defiance of his will, it was more than a tactical problem. It was a challenge to his pride and supremacy. By stepping in forcefully, Zhuquezi sent a message to everyone on the Suzaku Star. His word is law. Any act of resistance, no matter how justified, would be crushed. His status was not to be questioned, and his enemies were to be made examples of. So in the end, Zhuquezi's decision to stop Wang Lin was driven by many overlapping factors: his desire for power, his fear of rising threats, his long-term strategic planning, the influence of external factions, and his need to preserve his personal authority. It was never just about one thing. It was about everything: his kingdom, his control, his legacy. But now the question turns to you. Was Zhuquezi right to do what he did? Was he a ruler protecting his realm, or a tyrant suppressing a worthy successor? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Your thoughts add depth to this discussion, and I'd love to hear different perspectives on this powerful moment in Renegade Immortal. If you enjoyed this analysis and want more deep dives into your favorite cultivation stories, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell icon for updates. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next one.